Fred Dibnah is now halfway through his tour of Britain in search of the things that went into building a traction engine like his. He's still in Yorkshire and he's on his way to the Bolton Rivet Manufacturing Company where they made all the rivets he used when he was rebuilding the engine. The engine is now running a lot better than it was when he first set out, but there's still all sorts of little things that can go wrong, which means lots of stops. This time he's having some problems with the mechanical lubricator again.
They don't like running without any oil in the cylinders, especially if you prime them and it's all washes what bit of oil there is away and gets like a residue that's not slippy. You know, just a little drop of oil is enough. But if you wash it all away, it's bad news.
One of the things Fred loves about his engine is the craftsmanship that went into building it.
The skills of making things in Victorian times were highly valued. Stuff they made, like the beginning of locomotive construction and traction engines, they were much more beautiful and shapes and ornate with the fancy work. They did have an eye for nice things without a shadow of a doubt. I think somehow or other we've sort of lost all that. No, we're not as prepared as we used to be to getting our hands dirty and hard work. The Victorians admired them men in a way.
Whether it was engineering, architecture or the decoration of their buildings, Fred loves the work of the Victorian age. And while he's here in Yorkshire, he passes a place where some of those decorative craft skills are still being kept alive. Being Fred, he can't resist dropping in.
What we stopped here for?
Well, this behind us is Andy Thornton's, and when the wholesale demolition of our lovely Victorian era started, they started collecting all fancy bits, you see. And of course there's not so many left now, so they've gathered around them a team of craftsmen that are capable of doing fancy wood carving and all sorts of interesting stuff.
All right.
These things are a gift from heaven, aren't they? These rotors save a lot of effort, a lot of drafting.
Right.
These are carvings to go on. We build these big American-style Brunswick bars.
Yeah.
And that'll be an applique when it's finished.
Yeah.
And this is one of the corbels.
Yeah.
That'll go in the centre. See, huge bar, massive ones. These are it's a copy of the original Brunswick bars, which were the most famous bars ever made in America.
Yeah, wherever we go, you know, you meet people and they say, you know, they can't do that now, and you know, the age of the craftsman's gone, but you and I know it hasn't, haven't we? I mean, you've got all these lovely carvings here and a grand team of lads that no doubt you've had to get together. How do you go about finding people these days?
We take on 3 or 4 apprentices every year, and we select carefully. And so most of our people are actually homegrown.
They served their apprenticeship in
yes, they have,
like the olden days.
And having said that, Malcolm, he trained elsewhere. I feel very fortunate to have found Malcolm and to have him, because carving is one of the most difficult.
Difficult job, isn't it? It never ceases to amaze me. I think we're going to have a chat with Malcolm and watch him. Hello, Malcolm. I'm all right, man.
I'm one of the craftsmen.
Yeah. You can't do it fast, can you?
Well, you can, no. It's relative, yeah.
Yeah, I think with a few lessons I might be all right at doing something like that.
You're right, Fred. Would you like a go? Right?
Yeah.
My best chisel there.
I'll put me. You do get attached to tools, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll put me
They're like a
proper-
girlfriend, though. So
I'll put me proper glasses on, and then I can see what
you
I'm
can
doing.
see.
Yeah.
Well, it affects us all.
Yeah. It's old age and senility, you know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I forgot now.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just read grain, and
Yeah.
you feel that there is resistance there, come back the other way.
I'm going too deep there, aren't I?
No, you're all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. You're all right.
We're going buggering up now, aren't we? You know.
And just do it until you think that it's right, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think the beauty
It's
is...
a joy forever.
Yes, that's it.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm a little bit low down, actually, I think. You could do with a box for it to stand on. I think it'd take me a long time, though.
I don't know, you're getting there. It's not... I've seen worse than that.
Yeah, you see worse.
No, I mean, I don't mean
Yeah,
that.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah, it's not what you might call perfect at the top.
No such thing as perfection, is there?
No, you're bloody right, I know. How do you try and once it goes, doesn't it? I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I enjoyed that, thank you very
Right,
much.
Freddie. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
There's nothing...
yeah.
no?
Nothing you can't
Untoward.
put right.
No, no. It's not.
Right, Fred, this is the decorative glass department. This is Stuart.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Stuart. Hello. Keep going, I don't want to disturb you. Yeah, that's lovely, that, isn't it? I thought this had all faded away, this sort of thing, yeah.
There aren't many people left
Yeah.
in the country who can do
Yeah.
this. This is brilliant cutting
Yeah.
onto sheet glass.
Yeah.
What I'm doing here is I've already cut it in
Yeah.
on the grinding wheels, and now I'm
Polishing it up, yeah, yeah.
We're using a wooden
Yeah.
disc
Yeah.
with pumice powder from
Yeah.
finest volcanic ash.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, that'll be hard, won't it? Tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's what they used to use instead of sandpaper in the
Yeah.
old days.
How long has it taken you to actually make that piece?
There'll be about 10 hours working told on it.
Yeah, I thought it would have been longer than that, really. Yeah, you've got to have a very steady hand for this, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, to shadow about it, yeah. And where's that going to go when it's done?
In a pub called the Baron and Baroness in
Copenhagen, isn't
Copenhagen.
Oh, right. Why does it all go abroad? Well, there's too many vandals in England who break it, isn't there?
it? Well, a lot goes abroad because people are wanting to recreate a traditional English pub,
Yeah.
and they regard the brilliant cut glass as you know,
Yeah,
the
that's
feature
the
of an
reason,
English
yeah,
pub.
yeah. The pub where I first started drinking had a magnet front door, you know, like as wide as it were high. They were really beautiful, and it's gone, you know, somebody busted it, you know, some modernistic vandal. Bye-bye.
Boys' toys on a grand scale. Or a scary monster if you're only 2. But don't worry, it's not going to be here for long. Fred's back en route for the rivet manufacturers he was heading for, but not without another problem on the way. This time, it's the lubrication system.
Oh no, it's right now.
We ended up with what's termed an hot box in locomotive terms, and it's all right now. We've put plenty of oil in it and it's cooled down. If it's getting too hot, it starts bubbling. The other thing, we filled the boiler right up to the top. We couldn't move the engine, so we had to empty the boiler, you know, by blowing it down onto the road.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
That's good.
A little bit more.
That's it.
Right, contact.
Oh, she's going now. She's going now.
With the steam blown off and the hot box cooled down, they're soon on their way again.
When I rebuilt my boiler on the traction engine, I had a great deal of trouble finding rivets, especially made of the right material. And of course, at one time, every little town and hamlet had its own nut and bolt maker and rivet maker. And on the invention of electric arc welding, put all these men virtually out of business. Once, rivets were crucial. They held together everything from things like my boiler to the fourth bridge.
Here at the Bolton Rivet Manufacturing Company, they were able to make solid rivets the old-fashioned way in just the sizes that Fred needed.
I brought your rivets back, but they're all stuck in my boiler.
Ah, good.
Right,
As long as they're
the
doing the
ones
job
you
right.
made for us are all these round here and all them down there, and them round bottom. We've got one or two sizzlers, but they're going better every day.
Right. I believe you're going to have a go and make some.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they told me, you know, but we'll...
Make a few
no,
rivets.
let's
You'll
have
be
a
all right.
walk to the business end then.
The Bolton Rivet Manufacturing Company specialises in hot forging large bolts and solid rivets for the shipbuilding, bridge building and boiler making industries. They make about 400,000 a year.
This is a rivet forging machine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the last forging machine in the country making hot forged rivets.
Oh, yeah. Can I have a go?
You go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go and see Kevin, the man in the middle.
That's right. All right.
See you later.
Rivets are made by three men. The heater, who is responsible for getting the metal hot and workable. The forger, who actually bashes it into shape. And the clipper, who trims it to the right size.
How am I doing then?
Okay,
How many of these do you do in a day?
2,000, 2,500.
Yeah, look at that. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bet you know at tea time.
You know how we're doing.
Yeah.
Next up now is the workshops of the Midland Railway near Ripley in Derbyshire, where locomotive repair is done on a large scale, so there's plenty of riveting to see there.
In the late 1800s and early 1900s, there were hundreds of steam engine manufacturers based in Great Britain. And of course, they manufactured everything from traction engines to railway locomotives and stationary engines, which were exported to practically every nation in the world. Today, there are very few commercial steam engine builders and repairers, but now we've reached Derbyshire on our grand tour, and we're going to go to a railway workshop where repairs are done on quite a grand scale.
Look at that, right?
But on their way to the railway, there's a distraction.
Hey, stop.
I have done.
That looks good.
What is it, Al?
There's an old pit shaft there with winding gear up.
Jimmy's rejoined Fred and Alf after getting back from his holidays, and with two ex-miners on board, they couldn't drive past the remains of an old pit without stopping to investigate.
How old do you reckon this is, Fred?
Oh, it's bloody ancient, that, isn't it? Look at them lovely window frames there. They've been lovely, them, haven't they, once? Oh, Staffordshire blue bricks. It's ready for a course of renovation, that, isn't it, really?
Needs pointing. Have you got any spare time?
You can see in here, Fred.
Yeah. Is there any runners for cage?
No, can't see any. Yeah.
Have a look at this engine. It's a long time since this saw any work.
Yeah, well, yeah. Somebody's jacked it up and pinched the brasses.
Pinched all brasses out.
And this once were a steam engine, but it's obvious it's been converted to electric.
There's a coupling shaft.
Yeah, for motor.
It's way offline for that pulley, this.
I don't think it's ever run a wire over the big wheel because it's way out of line, isn't it?
Yeah.
They found out later that what they'd come across was what's left of the Western Upcast mine, which was closed during the First World War.
Let's have a look at his out left gent's engine house. Might get lucky.
You never know. We
Might be
come
an
across a
old steam
priceless
engine or
gem.
something. Hey, it's open, Fred, this door.
We go and have a look.
To peg up.
Pity we haven't got a torch and we could see, you know, it's dark, innit?
A fair bullseye on that signal.
Oh, they're out to signals then, aren't they? This place
So there's all this stuff belonged to the railway?
Yeah, it must do. Well, it will do, yeah, because over there, to the side of the fence, there's loads of signal poles in the timber for signals. And, hey, look at that there. Look at them lovely window frames. There's the indicator board there, see? It's been a long time since a block of wood went up and down the... Yeah.
And now for the railway workshops and a bit of mechanicking and riveting.
Oh, we made it. Here we are, the Midland Railway Centre. Well, it's a busy place, doesn't it? You've got lots of capital.
Plenty of stuff here, yeah. Are we going to see any of this boiler work or something going on while we're here?
We've come for.
Oh, we'll see some.
We'll get rid of this and tuck this away in the corner somewhere and go and have a wander, eh?
Right, go on then.
You all right then?
I'm ready.
Yeah, all right.
Now, a bit of grooving.
Here in the workshops at the Midland Railway Centre, locomotive repairs and rebuilds are done on a large scale, mostly by volunteers who just do it for the love of it.
One of BR's 9Fs.
Yeah.
Probably never did much work. This is Somerset and Dorset, of course. I always wanted to be able to have a day out and explore where the Somerset and Dorset had been. We've got an 8-horse Ramson's traction boiler here. Brand new throat plating.
Yeah.
Pressed by the Woodbine establishment.
Mr.
Stewart himself did it. There's been quite a bit of building up done. As you can see, it's all intents and purposes, it's waiting riveting now.
And how long will it be before Fred gets his hands on this?
Yeah.
You can see it's all action.
Breathes unhealthy smoke, that engine.
Morris Minor engine, it's done a few miles.
It's funny, you know, when they've just gone in and they come out, they're still bloody hot.
Yeah.
And you can't help but want to touch them.
Oh, I know, yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah. I'm a great one for dropping them when you get them out. Man, if you were doing it all day, every day, building a big ship, you know, you could get used to it, eh?
Little bit this way. Right, Simon, take it up. Whoa! Right!
Yeah. Perfect. Still red hot.
Bit too far.
That's it. Tom.
Right!
Yeah, get it through.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
After the visit to the workshop, Fred couldn't turn down an invitation to have a ride on the footplate of one of the locomotives that had been restored there.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Hello, Fred. How are you?
You all right, Ben?
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Can I come on board?
Yeah.
No, thank you. All right.
While Fred's enjoying himself on the footplate, Alf and Jimmy have got some work to do.
Waste of a water. Get on your back off your bloody holidays.
Took a great part in the doing up of it.
Yes, yeah.
When you, what were boiler like?
Well, the main barrel
Yeah.
was very good.
Yeah.
The front tube plate was the opposite. It was badly corroded. And when we saw the condition, once we got the tubes out, it had to be condemned.
It was going up Winterbank at Sheffield, bloody wet through, raining. I said we could have been with Jimmy now, on a deck chair with a pint in stand. Yeah, I'm glad you're back, giving a lift with bloody polishing and that. Been bloody toying every day. Have your ears not been burning?
No. Like the running gear underneath, like, were that in fur or?
Yes. It's all plain bearing.
Yeah.
White metal.
Yeah. How many years did it take you?
Well, came out of Barry Scrapyard in December 1980.
Yeah.
And it first ran under its own power this time last year. So that was 23 years
Did you go on Rockies?
We went to Rockies, Banff, Calgary, Montreal, Toronto,
Serious Eskimos.
Quebec, no sort of Indian stuff.
Indians, not born Arabs. But not shooting at you.
Built in Swindon, 1959, October, and spent all its working life in South Wales, around Cardiff, and then was withdrawn in August 1965, so it wasn't even 6 years old.
I just run it to it, pours all over me.
Yard's coupling up.
Now it's Fred's turn to drive the engine. Something he always dreamt about as a lad.
I've only got 3 notches on mine.
Did you ever find that dire straight you were looking for?
No, we've not found it yet. No.
We don't know where that is,
close to it this time, I think.
Yeah, nearly there.
And he's got no worries about who's doing the steering.
I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
The technical bit stopping it in the right way.
Yeah. I'll just slow it down a bit more. About 12 on the gauge.
I'm more used to big handles, you know.
Lovely, lovely. I think we'll make something of him, yeah. I've seen him do it before, though, so...
Yeah, did you like that? I enjoyed that, thank you very much. Oh, yeah. You let me drive it, you know. Yeah.
Great, Alf, that's it.
Not far from the Midland Railway, there's another engine building business that Fred is going to see. The owners are old friends of Fred's family, so he's being joined by his sons, Jack and Roger, and they're all going to stay there for a few days.
We need all this steam to get up the mountain to see 2 old mates of mine, Ian and Gary Howard, who own a big part of the Showman's engine. And last year they had a very big fire, and it melted, burned the shed down and melted all the brass on the engine. But they tell me it's almost finished again now. And now we've got Roger and Jack, my 2 sons, to helping Jimmy on our round the world tour. So we'll set off up the hill, or attempt it. And then, hi lads, how you doing?
Fred.
I can see you doing all right, you know, without a shadow of a doubt.
Battling on, battling
Do
on.
you want me to come up, or are you coming down?
Well, come and have a word.
Aye. Yeah.
Have you had a good run up?
Hey?
Have you had a good run
Oh,
up?
aye, yeah. I can't believe it, you know, from seeing what we all know about 12 months ago. It's incredible, isn't it? You must have worked bloody day and night for that, eh?
Oh, we've done a minute or two.
Yeah.
Whether another marriage will survive or not, I don't know.
Well, I've tried 3 times. Yeah, you made a brand new tender.
Yeah.
And it didn't do no harm to the boiler.
We're hoping not. No,
Yeah.
we've done all the tests necessary, the visual, the hydraulic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we've had her in steam, blowing off forward at 200 light, and everything's okay.
I read how you stopped fire brigade squatting it with cylinder, which could have been disastrous, couldn't
That's
it? you know?
why we had such
Yeah,
a
that
big
was
burnout.
brilliant thinking there in such terrible conditions.
And make the decision.
Yeah.
Watch it burn.
Yeah, stop squatting.
we cleaned the shed off it that had collapsed on it. That was the first time we'd seen it, weren't it?
Yeah.
We just covered it up.
I saw the pictures, dreadful in all glory.
This is the bloody nightmare corner, this is.
Ooh, all that's left of it.
If you see one of these on your travels, do you know what that was?
What? Bell, signalling bell.
Communications bell.
Oh, for Arsene, yeah.
Because in them days, you know, every trailer had to have a brakeman. And each brakeman had a bit of string to his arm. And then that went just above driver's head. And,
ding, 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 put the brakes on.
It took us a long time to get one of them before. Look at all these bits, look. My lovely oil cans, look.
That's a shame, isn't it? Then we're getting harder and harder, that's fine, First thing at every steam rally, go around.
Junk stores.
You sometimes get a bargain.
But, you know, that's all you can do, isn't it? Head down and battle on.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to come down and have a look at workshop?
Yeah, it's no
where
use
we have to go and
bloody sulking, is it?
This is all the workshop anyway, Fred. Got quite a bit going off down here. This is about the interesting to you. It's off a very early Evelyn roller.
Oh, I can tell which corners, it's the early style.
1884 will be the oldest one in steam. Tim's just getting some paint on it, seal it up.
The red lead on, you know.
Get footplate riveted in then. That's it.
Yeah.
This is a Marshall.
Yeah. It's got the usual Marshall ailments on it. Why does Marshall's always crack them? And Evelyn's crack on throat plate. When you think about Fowler's, Leeds, there were more traction engine builders and loco builders in Leeds than any other bloody city in the land, you know, now there's no left at all, is there, you know? What do we do now? Shopkeepers. Bolton's famous for toilet rolls and incontinence pants, you know. And they used to make bloody boilers and all that. I've got a book at home, the Manchester Road Rolling Company, Norman E. Box. It's got, in case of an accident, on no account must you talk to the police. Ring head office.
Can't fault them.
Yeah.
Right, here's Eddie drilling the firebox for this here Marshall.
Yeah.
It's the Marshall's patent firebox, that one.
Well, I've read about them.
Loads of holes to drill in that and then strip it all down, get the swarf out and then rivet it up.
I mean, there's more of the interest in our hobby really grows and grows, doesn't it? So the future's got to be bright for all of us.
That's why we're training Eddie up, you see. Take over when we're old.
And for a traction engine driver's mate, the work never ends.
It's running a lot better. I mean, it's just tackled this hill coming up to Alton Engineering, and it's come up there no problem and kept making steam.
And while Alf's working, who's that sitting at the back?
I don't know whether Fred's 100% happy with it, but he's a bit of a perfectionist, isn't he? It's never ending, this bloody polishing job, is it? Where's these two bloody helpers we can't get, Jimmy?
For Roger, there are too many other diversions here, but Jack's soon back on the scene when there's some driving to do. And with a workshop like this, there'll be time to do any repairs that are needed now that it's just over halfway through the tour. And that's a fine manoeuvre. His dad'll be proud of him. There's a lot of interesting places to see round here, so Fred's going to be staying at Ian Howard's for the next few days. While he's here, he's going to be visiting a place where they make wooden patterns that are used for the castings on a traction engine, and the belt-driven workshop of a local clockmaker.